Okay. He's actually fighting this weekend.
I know.
Jake Paul.
And he better not lose, man. He better not lose.
I'm scared for him, though.
Yeah, you know, but I think it's a
57.
money thing. But I will promise you this: if he does it, it's going to tarnish him.
I know.
Why would you do that to your neighbor? But anyway,
know.
Mike Tyson, get your money how you get it.
Okay.
I would say him. Then I would say Roy Jones.
All right. Okay.
I would say Riddick Bowe.
Okay.
And then I'm going to say Sugar Ray Leonard.
What's going on, Coach?
Good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Man, I want to thank you for taking the time and opportunity to coming out here interviewing me and stuff like that. It's always a pleasure to have you out here, man.
Same here, Coach.
Got you.
Yeah. To start with, you want to, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm Coach Sims. I'm the owner of Sims Boxing Academy. I've been running my academy since 2003. As you know, at the beginning, I started out with a 2-car garage. Then I became the Tinker Air Force head coach. Then went back to the garage and I found a storefront off of Southeast 44th. I was there from 2006 until my wife and I bought this schoolhouse in 2017. Been here ever since.
Wow.
Yes.
That's a great story right there.
Yes.
If you don't mind me asking you, how did you get into boxing?
What it was, man, when I was a kid, I wasn't the best kid. I got in trouble. Was always fighting. So my father
You
said,
get in trouble, Coach?
well, not anything big or anything, just kid stuff. Father said, since you think you're bad and you want to fight in school, got me coming out here every other week. You need to get into the neighborhood Boys and Girls Club. So I did it. And that was in, I want to say, 88, 89.
Wow.
And from then, I joined the military. Somebody slipped and told them that I boxed. We had this thing called a smokers.
Wow.
And they have it at the base. And basically the people do sports weeks and boxing's one of them. So somebody put my name in the hat. And from 89, 90, that's when I took off.
Do you like it?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
That's great. So what inspired you to open up a boxing gym in
Okay.
Oklahoma?
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. If you would have asked me this 20-some years ago, I would look at you like you was crazy because I had my own kids.
Okay.
However, I had a lot of adults. I had the adults. I had one of the biggest senior teams here in Oklahoma. People tell you. From all different weight classes. I've always been one of them coaches that had 15, 16 fighters. I never had 1 or 2. I wish I did, but I always had a big team. What inspired me, man, was to kind of keep kids out of trouble because a lot of kids right now have problems with anger issues and they need somewhere to kind of to put it back at.
Yeah.
So I said it helped me, so maybe it can help these kids in the streets. I think I told you before, my motto is, if I can't save everybody, if I say that one, I've done my job.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you could say one could go back and save the rest.
Exactly.
Since you'll be having the boxing gym, so what's the most rewarding part of owning a boxing gym?
The most rewarding part about it is having your own and not having to answer to anyone and be able to run it the way you want to. This is your baby and can't nobody tell you how to steer it. Versus if you go out there and you work for someone else, it's their vision.
Yeah.
This is totally my vision.
Your vision, yeah.
And I love that because it's just me running it. And I had this thing, and I always have to say, saying, if I'm going to lose my program, it'll be because of me and my wife, not anybody else. So I'm my own success or non-success.
But that's a lot of work, though.
It is, but I mean, we've been doing it for a while, so it's kind of like, I make it look easy, but it gets complicated. It gets complicated at times, yes.
You was born in Oklahoma, right?
No, not at all.
From?
From Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. The military brought me here, yes.
So you're from the East Coast?
Yes. What happened was I got here because they gave me a couple of choices. Usually, people in the military know the deal that when you deployed so many times, the military says, okay, I'm going to give you drill or give you recruiting, so you kind of chill. I wanted drill so bad, I didn't get it, so they gave me recruiting, which is okay. I came home every night to my family, and I've been here ever since. I retired from the federal building in 2013. I did 23 years for the U.S. Army, and been here ever since.
What was it growing up like in PA?
Man, it's different, man, from here. It's more like you stay to yourself, hard nosed. You know how those people are, man. They stay to themselves. You don't get in their way. Here it's more hospitality, and I would say you get more for your money. That's why I say I would never go back to Pennsylvania. I mean, this room like this would probably cost me 6 figures. Here, man, I can get a home. I have a home with a half an acre, and it's good. It's worth it. And it's a good place to raise your family.
Wow.
So.
Man, I didn't know you from.
Yeah, everybody has to know. I'm not even from Oklahoma.
You go to New York every time. You go to New Jersey every time.
I go to New Jersey, New York. I go to Maryland. Go to D.C. So
Wow,
yeah, I'm an
wow.
East Coast kid, man.
That's what's up. That's
Yeah.
what's up. Let's go to your gym.
Okay.
Sims Boxing Academy. For how long you been running? How many years?
Actually, the first name was Sims Boxing Soldiers.
Okay.
I was still in the military. It was more rugged, and we were skulls. We had two skulls, and that's
I
something
saw
that
some of the video
yeah,
too.
we use that in the military. So I had to tone it down a little bit. You know, when you're dealing with civilians, I didn't want them to think we was a gang. You know, like bikers or anything. So I toned it down, and I thought about it. I said, what would involve the kids, the structure, the education, everything. So we developed Sims Boxing Academy, and we've been it ever since.
Um, Looking back, what's your gym history like? When you first started, you said to a garage,
Okay.
and
I started out of the garage. I coached a lot of the. I brought some upcoming Air Force guys. I had a couple of national rank guys. Started developing from there. Got a chance to do Golden Gloves.
wow,
I believe I told you we were one of the only African American teams or teams that won it 3 years running here in Oklahoma.
wow,
We won it 12, 13, and 14,
wow.
and that's a big deal. And no one's done it. So my hat goes off to the guys that actually stuck with me and actually put in the work.
Put in the
You
work.
know, Trayvon, AC, Tank, all them guys. I had all those guys in my gym. Liddell, you
Liddell,
name it.
even Elijah Day, Elijah
Elijah Pierce,
Pierce. I
he won it with
saw,
us 2013.
yeah,
Yeah. So all those guys, I had the opportunity to work with those guys, man. And that to me, that's an honor to work with those guys and see them grow and see
grow.
where they're at right now. You
Even
know.
Carson too.
Yes. Yes.
Wow,
Man, usually
it's
when you
packed
talk about
out.
boxing, everybody knows my name here, man. I'm not tooting the horn, but I've been around. And then I tell you, I just recently, a couple of years ago, got inducted into the Hall of
Hall
Fame,
of Fame.
which is very honoring, man. I wasn't expecting that, but that's a big deal.
No, you put in the work. Like I always tell people, like you need to bring people with suits into to the boxing venue, back boxing arena, because
Yeah.
you know a couple of them.
Yes.
You know, philosophy behind your gym. What was it like? You know, how do you train? What was your approach to you know?
What I do is, man, most people that come to my gym, 80% of people don't want to box. They come here to get in shape.
Shape.
A lot of them come in here for self-defense, want to learn how to defend themselves. And then they fall in love with it. And then what I do is I slowly ease them into it because I'm old school. I develop and teach the sweet science. No one uses that anymore. And my thing with it is I go from the ground up. A lot of people,
What you mean you going from that ground up?
basically I teach them their stance.
Oh yeah, okay.
You
Oh
know,
yeah, from the
basic
ground.
stance
Okay.
and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Everyone teaches. I don't want to throw anybody and say it's a wrong way because every
Footworks.
way is different. But I believe in starting from the ground
Yeah,
up, just
that's
like
how
a
it's supposed
kid.
to be though.
Yeah,
It's
when a
like
kid
a
is born,
foundation of the house. You don't build
yes,
from the top, you build from the
exactly.
ground up.
So I tell the parents, and they ask me, "Hey, coach, when am I going to be able to box?" It depends on you because everyone learns different. We have naturals, we have unnaturals. I say give yourself between 6 months to a year, realistically, to say if you're going to be able to box or not.
Wow. We
So
learn every day. That really made perfect sense because you say you build from ground, which is your footwork, the stand. That got to
yes,
be the first thing.
exactly,
Oh, man.
exactly.
Damn. So what sets your gym apart from other gym in the area?
Honestly, I could say
Nah, I mean, okay.
I'm the only gym still up and running, other than Melandrin. Myself and Melandrin were the only two gyms. It was Badlands used to be on 44th. All them guys, Liddell used to battle with us on 44. It was Badlands. It was me and Melandrin. Melandrin was always known to have JOs.
Jails,
I was
okay.
always known to have the seniors.
Yeah,
So I would
okay.
say I'm the only running gym that's still running 20 years later.
Wow.
So that says something. I'm doing something right.
I know. Because, you know, like they always say, if you start something, if you could do it for 7 years, you're good.
Yes.
You'll be fine.
You'll be able to tell the first
Yeah.
5, 7 years is going to be a success or not.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. This is actually 2004. This will be 20 some
20
years.
years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
20 some years.
Yeah.
I've been in the game, man.
Yeah. 2004. This is
Yeah.
2024. So it's 20 years.
Yeah.
Do you have any focus on any style of boxing?
I've
just
I've seen
develop
all,
the kids?
man. You know, I got a chance to box. I was ranked as high as number 3. I got a chance to learn the European style. You know, it's 3 what is it? I tell my boxers you need to learn a couple of styles because you're always going to see it. A boxer, banger, and a brawler. You remember those three things right there?
Boxer, banger, and a
You teach
brawler.
those
3
boxers
Bs.
that, they would never be able to not say they don't know any style in here. Because think about it. Most boxers get in there with a brawler.
My coach, you gotta stop. You giving out too many juice. Boxer,
Banger
brawler, and
and
a
a brawler.
banger. Brawler.
A boxer, banger, and a brawler.
Brawler.
If you teach your
Wow.
fighters how to fight those people, they won't have any problems. Never. And so that's the secret right there. Just forget trying to learn this guy's style overnight. No, because as long as you teach your how I do it for the military.
Yeah.
I get them battle ready.
Yeah.
As long as I get them battle ready to know how to box and what they're going to face, they'll never be nervous.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I've learned a couple of stuff just, I'm being honest with you because something that I've not heard before when I hear it, just like, it makes me kind of like, wow, there's still more to learn.
Yes.
Boxing show, man. You having the boxing show coming up.
Yes.
You want to tell us a little bit about it, Coach?
Yes, I'm doing the last one of the year. It's called the Sims Boxing Beatdown. Basically, I host 4 events. This is one of the biggest ones. What we do is we get ready to put most of the proceeds to what we call the 18th annual Sims Christmas for Kids. My wife and I started 18 years ago. Basically, what we do is we help families in need that can't afford Christmas. And we put that money in, and we probably sponsor about 20, 25 families, and we give them 3 or 4 gifts to put under the Christmas tree so we can keep the Christmas spirits going.
Put me on the list, Coach.
Hey, I got you, man.
No, I'm not joking.
You
I'm
got
here
kids?
by myself. No, I don't have kids.
Ah, see?
I'm here by myself in Oklahoma City.
Yes.
My family probably some are in East Coast, Africa, but man, I need a Christmas package, Coach.
Okay, I'll see what I can put together for you.
So what inspired you to organize a boxing show, Coach?
Man, it goes back to 2002. I did it out of the, I want to say it was the American Legion in Dale City.
Oh, okay.
I started there. I said I wanted to put shows on, let kids showcase their talent. A lot of kids were complaining that parents didn't care about them. So I said, let me let these kids showcase and have the parents and people. If the parents don't come, let somebody see these kids. They could be out there banging your door, breaking into somewhere, but they're doing this in the ring.
Yeah.
And doing it the correct way.
Wow.
So to me, it's not about money for me. And some people depend on this to live off of. This is not what I do. I can close my gym today and still be fine. So that's the difference. I have businesses. This is just a hobby.
You're right. Is this your first time of hosting one?
What's that?
Is this your first time of hosting a boxing event?
No. I've done it I host them since 2002.
Yeah,
So
I
go
remember.
back.
I was actually at was it in August?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. When you came in, I showed you the VIP and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And what I started doing differently, man, is I started bringing a VIP guest in. I wanted the kids to be able to hear their former world champions, how they did it. If they did it, you can do it. Does that make sense?
Who you bringing this year?
I'm going to bring in Ray. No, that's fine. I'm bringing in Ray Mercer. I'm bringing in Alco, and I'm bringing back
Lavell?
No, and I'm bringing in Jermaine Taylor.
Oh,
Yeah.
full house.
I'm working on a specialty in February. I can't tell you, but she's something big.
You gotta keep it secret.
Yeah.
Coach.
They're
They're not listening. If they're listening, they're
Yes.
probably gonna close their head. So, Coach, the current state of boxing, in Oklahoma State, what do you think about that, Coach? Are we growing or we
Okay,
still,
I will tell you this much. The problem I have is too many people trying to hold back information. And you and I talked about this.
Yeah.
We need to be able to work together.
Yeah.
Besides hating, why don't you ask the person how they got there?
How they got it.
Yeah. And I'm one of them type of people. You and I have spoken.
Yeah.
I thank you for being humble. You came to me and thanked me for a connection.
Yeah, connection.
And I had no idea how far it was going to go.
Yeah.
But my thing with it is, this is where.
Coach got me on the radio, man.
Yeah, well, see, this is where I learned from my parents, man. I don't ever hold information.
Let me give them a shout out real quick to Tyra T of 103.5.
0.5. Yes.
Old City, man. The first lady. Coach me got me on radio, man. Go ahead, Coach.
So my thing it is, I'm always going to give information. I will never hold it because my mom always told me that what's for me is for me. You can try to duplicate it, but you can never imitate it because what's for me and for God gave me, you can't duplicate it. So I never get intimidated. I've had one person tell me one time I did a show a few years ago, and they was doing a show, and they said, "Why don't you not do your show because they're having theirs?" I said, "Absolutely not," because they got their crowd, I got mine, and I kept going.
Was
it was
same day?
successful. Same day.
Wow.
So, and you saw the big show I did. I think I was honored to do the first
I
ever.
saw the video.
The first amateur fight night, and we had thousands of people.
Chesapeake?
No, it was downtown at the little Civic
Center?
Yeah. And it was packed.
Yeah.
You saw
I saw the video. I was like,
Yes.
When was
And
this?
they've never done that. But I was given a God blessing was honored me to do the first ever one.
I'm not gonna lie. The close yesterday is Mauricio on last week Saturday.
Yes.
Close,
See.
close,
Yes.
close. So, Coach, the show that's coming up,
Yes. Yes.
I know it's gonna be a lot of work, but you want to tell us a lot of stuff that goes into that, just
Well, what
to
we
make
do
it.
is, like I said, we actually sit down, and my partner over here, Miss America,
Oh,
we have
hi,
a
Mr.
team of
Merrick.
people we get together, and what we do is we break it down, and I try to delegate because I can't do everything. I used to do it, so now what we do is we break everything in pieces. Okay, you got this piece, and this piece. You give everybody responsibility. That way, it makes it easy for me. So if something's not right, I go straight to that person versus trying to go to 100 different people. And what we do is she'll tell you we rehearse through this, and we do it. We get together a couple weeks prior, so that way when everyone comes in, it's like
Have fun.
clockwork.
Yeah,
Yeah, it looks easy because
yeah.
we've rehearsed it. And that's the big thing. Everyone knowing their part and staying in their lane.
That's what's up. That's
So,
what's up. So, people that are coming, what should we be expecting to see?
man, I'm going to tell you right now, I got a big line. I got 25 fights
Fights.
from kids all the way to adults. And I got some ones they're going to be playbacks, meaning they're going to be returning the fights. They're fighting again because one guy lost, and I think you're gonna be excited. And my girl Amelia Acosta,
Okay.
she's gonna
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
main
Yeah.
event. I think you was here when she first lost her first
Yeah.
fight
Yeah.
with this girl. They're fighting again,
Wow.
so that's gonna be a big banger. So
Wow. All amateurs, right?
yes, all
That's
amateurs.
what's up. That's what's up.
Yep. Bell, the doors open at 5. First bell's at 6 p.m.
Okay. Okay. And the fee, you want to tell us, the gate fee?
Yeah, it's going to be 18 and up. It's going to be $20.
Okay.
17 under be 10.
10.
Military with ID, they'll get discounts on ringside. We still have a few VIP tables. Comes with a meal, drink, of course. Ringside, that'll be $300. And I think we sold out of executive upstairs, which is the whole kick and caboodle. But that's already sold out. So
Hopefully, I get a chance to get.
yeah, we'll let you
just
go
to
up
meet a
there,
couple
man.
of people.
So you come up there and kind of see what they do up there. Yeah, you'll be able to look down, but hey, what y'all doing?
No, your prices are very, decent.
Yes.
Yeah, 20, 10.
Yeah, I try not to be, outrageous, man, because I know this economy, people can't afford it. But at the end of the day, you got to stay with the economy as well. Be competitive.
Yeah. The fighters, how do you choose them?
Basically, we have this new app called Conquer, and it
Oh,
makes it a
Conquer.
lot easier, man. You talk
Oh,
about I used to
I
be
read
back in
about
the
it.
day erasing this.
Yeah.
Now it makes it easy.
So you see all the
yes, I see
within
all
that
the
weight
fighters
class?
and the weight classes, so I just match it up like that, and then the fighters. Now it makes it easy for me, so they can't say Coach Sim said the person weighed this. They can see it in black and white, and if the coaches sees it, they push approve.
Wow.
And they approve the fight. So I'm out the picture, and I love it.
Man,
See, technology's getting
I should
easier.
have come up with that house, man, because I
Man.
thought about something like that. Like, you don't
Yes.
have to give people phone call.
Yes.
But I guess it's too late,
Or
man.
keep writing and scribbling and writing.
No.
And even makes the bout sheet for it, and it sorts it for you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Do we have fighters coming from outside or
Yeah,
just
we
within
have
our
fighters coming from Kansas, Louisiana, Texas. I try to keep it local.
Keep it local.
I want to keep it local because I want our local guys to get a chance, and it coming up the silver gloves, that kind of stuff. Some of the guys can kind of get some competition underneath their belts.
Man, for the question, I don't know, probably you already got that. Because I was about to ask you the logistics, like finding the venue. You have your home venue already.
And that's the thing. And that's what I love. When you ask me what's the advantage, I have everything. I have the concession. I have my own alcohol. I got my in-house security. I got my facility.
I got to get some car, coach.
But I didn't start that way. And I got to let everybody know that because people think that that's where I started.
No,
I started out
for
with a 2-car garage. So everything, and you know what's so crazy? I went out to some of the coaches and tell them, hey, man, come over here and host your event here. But at the end of the day, they make their own choices. But I'm thankful. Everything's in-house. I don't have to pay anything.
He's got all his people that's
I know.
behind him. That
Your
cares for
concession
him.
money, your venue
100%.
money. And what about sponsorship, coach?
What I do is I have people that's been riding with me for years, and I basically put on their coattail, but we'll go out there and we'll actually meet different people. I have people in my fight, they'll come up to me and say, man, this is a wonderful thing. Here's my card. I'm interested in sponsoring you. So every fight, I pick up about 5 more sponsors. And when you come to the fight, you'll be able to see some of the sponsors on the back of our T-shirts next Saturday.
Wow.
So right now, we got over 50 sponsors.
Wow. 50?
So over 50. So I try not to hit the same people up because you don't want to burn them out. So it's good to be able to rotate, which is good. So,
Any challenges so far since you've been in the boxing game?
yes. Of course, haters.
Yeah,
Haters.
how do you, wait, let me ask you, I'm having a problem with that, man. Because that shit sometimes get me so mad. How can somebody handle haters, man?
Okay,
Because you put in the work and
but
they
you know
see,
what? Because people,
yeah,
okay, let's go back. You're a biblical man.
yeah,
What did what did Lucifer do to Jesus? Was he not in the kingdom?
yeah,
And he wanted to take over, and what happened?
yeah. You said
So
it
that's
wrong.
what happened. People have to take over spirit. I can honestly say that I've had some people that I had the success to work with and got them where they're at, and God wished them well. I don't wish any ill will on them, but I just wish things would be a
Work out.
lot better moving forward. You know, we just gotta learn to work together. Tell me what's on your mind. If you don't like me, tell me this figures out how we move forward. Don't eyeball me because that's not good. We're gonna still see each other.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, half of them gonna be coming to my facility.
Yeah.
So, like it or not, guess what? You'll be fighting here on my venue, on my turf.
Wow.
So,
For me, I just feel like you was right because I just feel like we just have to work together. Even all the boxing gym in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma State, but now I'm saying that it's like,
I think it's broken in two pieces. You
Okay.
got some people moving this way.
yeah,
Then you have some moving this way. That's why I said it's not a team. It's not, and it hasn't been for some years. I don't know if you know, I voted. I wanted to run for president. There was a lot of things I was going to run
Oh,
for, and
that'd
I'm
be
not going
nice.
to get into that political stuff.
yeah,
but
yeah.
you know, at the end of the day, I'm not going to run again. I tried it twice, and somebody asked me to run again. I'll never do it again because I feel I do more now without that that name.
Yeah.
I mean, just to share with you, I don't know if you know this. I'm the first one that ever brought in a coaches clinic here. You know,
Wow.
to get certified, you have to
Yeah,
go to a
yeah.
national tournament. I brought two.
too. Wow.
First ever women's boxing tournament. I brought that here.
You know what I'm trying to learn now?
What's that?
It's just to be able to respect people and also to be able to deal with their flaws because no one is perfect. You know,
The problem I have is people
like
forget.
okay.
They forget the old school. You forget the people that opened the door for you.
For you.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I got some of these new millennium coaches that's here and they're doing some good things. But don't forget about what the Coach Tim, Coach P, and Coach Rodney did. I don't like that. You know, I got certain people, I'm not going to say their names. They're young and they're talking about all the hoopla. I'm doing this, I'm doing this. Well, of course. Where were you at when I was doing this 2002?
Yeah.
I was up and down the Vans, Kansas, Illinois, Chicago. Ask my guys. If I hadn't done it, we wouldn't have got our success that we got. So give us our props.
props,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Hey, appreciate Coach Sims, what y'all did. Now it's time for you to move on. Or it's time for you to move over.
Yeah,
Hey, I'm
yeah.
fine with
Pass the
that.
touch.
But don't sit there and talk mess about
Especially
me.
Coach Rodney and Coach P.
Yes.
Those two people.
Man, come on. I
they
give
got
them guys a
respect.
shot. I respect
and Coach
them.
is still doing. Coach Rodney
Yes.
still doing it.
Yes.
Coach P still doing it.
Man, I get in the utmost respect.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes we don't see eye to eye, but at the end of the day, they pick the phone up, we talk, and we're men. We're around the same era. So
I just feel like I thought about this, but I didn't coach's clinic. I told Coach P, I was like a get together. Just let everybody say their mind and see how we could move the boxing game or the sports forward in Oklahoma State.
yeah.
Yeah. The community, man. You want to tell us one of the two things, that you're doing for, the people in this area?
What we do is, and she can contest to this, we've been feeding the kids here for years, and we actually come out of our own pocket. We feed a couple of schools. We feed a school in Norman. We feed Spencer High School. So we're doing about 200 meals 2 days a week.
Wow.
So we do sandwiches, we do chips, something to kind of sit on the kids' stomach, because some of them that may be their only meal to the next morning.
Right.
So I'm doing my due diligence because I don't know if you know, but the East Side has a food desert.
Oh, okay.
So we're doing our part to make sure these kids don't go to bed hungry.
Wow.
So
Coach, I want to promise me we're going to make this happen. Next time you want to have the coaches clinic, let's just call everybody.
okay.
Just
well, I did.
Get
when we
together.
had it before, we did.
But
we
that
did
was
it.
during, I think, Maurice's show.
No. I did it. Both of them here at my shows.
Oh, okay.
Maurice put on one, but it was small.
Okay.
But I actually had one of the national coaches come here, and I had no problem with that. I get a hold of everyone.
Let's just have fun. Let's eat and just. How do we move the boxing? Because they always say it's a football state, and I'm like, we can make it a boxing state too.
Okay, you know what? You and I had talked about this.
Yeah.
And once people are stuck in their ways, you can't change them. I've reached out to certain people, and you and I had talked offline.
Yeah.
But until they can humble themselves and say, you know what, I'm not hating on this man for what he has. Hey, if we can find out how the recipe he did to get there, can we work together?
Yeah.
Why am I going to go out here and pay all this man this money, this and
Money,
that,
yeah.
when I can be under
Yeah.
Coach Sims and we can do this together? I don't want to run your show. I just feel that if I got something here, well, we all can prosper from it. Why hate when we can
Yeah.
work together? And I'm telling you right here on the camera, I told everybody, come here, you can use the facility, we can work something out. I'm not trying to highball you or lowball you, but at the end of the day, this is a business.
Yeah.
But I can guarantee you'll make out 100%
Yeah.
the way you ever did anywhere
Yeah.
else. Because any other venue is not going
Yeah.
to let you get the alcohol, not going to let you get the food. You're only going to get the door.
Yeah. But how often do you do the coaches clinic? So that
I try to do it usually once a year.
once a year?
Yes.
It should be more, coach.
Well, it's
Just, for people just to know.
Well, it's
if they-
availability too, because sometimes
yeah,
they
yeah.
can't get here.
Yeah.
So usually USA Boxing release names, and if they can get here, because they're going all over the place.
Wow.
So
So how does the boxing, play or community play a role in the boxing?
the community,
Yeah, local community.
they actually they call us, and she'll tell you we're more than a boxing club here. We're actually tell them we're doing counseling. We had a family here last night. We don't get paid for it. We had a family here for hours last night talking to them about, some things that the kids would do. We want to keep families together. And that's the problem. There's not enough families that stand together.
We're helping, like right now, we're helping a kid with the stuff that he's going through, and his grandpa's been in here with us, but we talk to him and coach him, we'll do counseling with him and everything. So he does a lot for the kids here in the community because he tries to help them out.
Yeah.
He's a good person. He's there for these kids. He helps them out whenever he can. It's a lot of stuff that people don't see that he does for the community here. But he has done so much for this community that we're actually getting more people in for the stuff that he's been doing. Because now he's fixing to start feeding the kids after they're doing their sports, and he does a lot. He does a lot for this community.
Wow, that's.
And then I think I told him we're going to open another facility December 1st.
Yeah, I didn't. You told me that. Yeah.
No, we
But-
good. Yeah, we good.
But if you want to talk about that, let them know now. The
Okay.
city-
Well, I'm
city's
going to open
watching.
another facility. I'm going back where I started, back on the South.
Okay.
They formally reached out to me and said, hey, we want you to come back. You got to save these kids. They're walking around here with guns. They're stealing Family Dollar stuff. I think if you come back, you'll make a change.
Wow.
And I told them the same spill. I'll come there, but the minute you break my glass or break it in my place, I'm out of here. You know what I mean? So I told them to do it 6 months.
Military
And after that, I
way.
may do a year. So that'll be my satellite.
Okay.
Satellite, just to be the main hub.
Okay.
So basically, they got to make it through there first. It's kind of
Okay.
like a boot camp.
Okay,
You make it
then
through there,
permanent.
then you can come to permanent party.
Do you have any specific date for the grand opening?
Yeah, the grand opening will be December 1st.
Okay.
And we're going to make the announcement. And then I'm going to share this with you. But I'm going to let them tell you tonight.
Okay.
I have a big announcement to make.
Wow.
I got approached by a country.
Wow.
They want me to bring boxing there. So it's going to be international. It's huge.
Wow.
I'll tell you offline.
I know.
But it's
Coach.
huge.
Wow. Wow. So, as someone who is deeply involved in sports or boxing, what do you think the future holds for boxing in your area?
I think if we keep doing it, we can actually bring the East up because, as you know, I don't know if you know this, we're the only gym on the East side. And currently, when I open the gym in December 1, we'll be the only gym on the South. So we got the whole South and East.
Wow.
So we got our hands full. But if we can get as many kids in this gym, in this door, in that gym, we're winning. Because at the end of the day, is to keep them out of gangs and keep them out of trouble.
Let me ask you this: how do you, what keeps you motivated? Like,
What keeps me motivated?
Yeah.
The kids, man. Because there's times she'll tell you, I wanted to just give up and quit, man. But sometimes, they say when you try to run from something, God hits you right in the butt and make you do it again. So I think this is going to be me until the day that God brings me up. Wow. So I think the fighters pick at me now because they say I got soft. They said, man, coach ain't the same coach. And I said, no, it's not. That gets me to get older.
It should be a blend of both.
Yeah.
Because you get too hard on the kids, they don't get it. But if you're too soft too, they take it for granted.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, Coach, what's next for you and your gym after this event? Any project coming up?
Yeah, we have something coming up in February. We're still working out the kinks. We're not going to discuss it now, but it's going to be huge. Wow. Just say it's going to be the second annual. And like I said, I got a couple of VIP people coming that you won't want to miss, and it's huge.
Wow.
So I'm always, whenever I'm done with this, you'll tell you I'm in the lab.
You always on the road. 'Cause every time I call you today, like last week I called you, I was like, oh, okay. He said I'm around. Okay. Can I come in on Wednesday? He said, yeah. I was like, cool. Sometimes when I call, I'm in Dallas. Sometimes I'm in Kansas, basketball. I'm like, oh. So, Coach, let's move away from boxing because I don't want to take much of your time. I have
No,
about
you're
10
good.
minutes.
You're good.
What's your favorite food, man?
My favorite food, I have to say,
Yeah.
is pasta, man. I
Pasta?
love pasta.
Oh.
Matter of fact, I just got my wife and I something at Olive Garden.
Oh.
I got the chicken Alfredo. I get her.
Don't give them free promo.
Hey, nah, hey, I give
I'm
her the
joking.
spaghetti with just meat sauce. That's what my wife likes, and
That's
a
what's
nice
up.
salad.
That's what's up. Your favorite car, man?
My favorite car.
Yeah, like say
I like
just
SUVs, man. I like to sit up
SUV.
high, man. I don't like to sit low. Even though I drive my daughter's car, messing my knees up. So
Your favorite place to travel to? Country,
I
city,
would say somewhere with blue water.
blue water.
Yeah, blue
Try
water.
Belgium. Belgium.
I've been there. You know, I've
Oh,
been in military. I've been
military.
overseas, Spain, different places.
Oh,
But I would
wow.
say I have to say kind of like the Caribbeans, stuff like
Caribbean.
that.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow,
You know
that's
what's so
what's up.
crazy? I was in the military. I never been to Hawaii.
Wow.
Never been to
I think
Hawaii.
that's where they have their you guys have your biggest base in America.
Yeah, we have base there. Yeah, we do. Yeah, Schofield Barracks. Yeah.
Coach, you have any advice for the young boxers
I would
first?
say be humble, learn as much as you can. Never say it's a wrong way. What you do is when you be in the game long enough, I tell my fighters now, take what you can learn, whatever you can't, throw it away.
Coaches?
Coaches say the same thing. Be humble and learn from the ones that's been there before you. You can't never be too old, too young to learn from anybody. So I try to keep my mind open. That's how I got leveled up, man, because if I would have stayed in that box back in the day, I wouldn't be a coach.
Wow.
So I learned, and I don't know if you noticed, she'll tell you every fight I go to, even as being an owner, you never see me in the corner. I let my guys do that, man. I don't need to be in the corner. I've been there, done that. I want them to get the experience, man.
Wow.
So
That's what's up. I don't want to sound cliche. Where do we see Sims Boxing Academy
where?
in the next few years?
I would say you're going to see us growing and going to more tournaments, silver gloves, nationals. We got a couple of prospects right now. Like I said, we got Bradley Martinez is doing
Bradley,
really
yeah.
good. You got Amelia Acosta. We got another young man named Devin. You're going to see him make his debut. Abdullah, he's going to make his debut. Malik finally getting in the ring. He'll be fighting. He was with me on 44th as a kid. He finally wants to get out there and kind of get his feet wet. So we got a couple good prospects and some JOs. So I would say this time next year, we're going to send up a heck of a lot of kids to the JOs and the nationals. And the coaches I had, Coach Chris is phenomenal. He stuck it out with me through all the stuff we went through. That kid is, I say kid because I'm way older than him.
Yeah.
But he's a sponge. He likes to learn things, and he always trying to bring new innovating things. And I think he's going to be a good coach because he listens to the old and he's mixing it with the new. And all the guys respect him. And right now we're sitting at 7 coaches.
Coaches?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
We're doing good.
Loaded.
Yes.
Do you think we have any problem in, I know from what I've seen, because I moved to Oklahoma City 4 years ago, right?
Okay.
And I've seen a lot of amateur gyms. And as people get older, they just quit boxing. Do you think that the transition, because there should be a transition from
No, because I'm gonna tell you how I did
pro,
it. When I was on 44, I taught my guys the amateur and the transition to pro. I didn't change anything. Only thing that changes is the minutes and the rounds. That's it.
Wow.
And the only difference is you're going without headgear. You're going with headgear, without headgear. So AC and them will tell you, I didn't play this stuff when I'm gonna teach you on the amateur and then later on the pros. No, it's basically almost the same thing. And just to share with you, I'm very structured. So a lot of people don't make it in my
military
gym.
background.
And even some of the coaches, because they said they weren't used to a structured environment, which is fine.
People
But I'm
run away?
not gonna change what made me successful. So either I tell them you can either get on, or this may not be the place for you. You know what I mean? So that's why I stand it. And even Chris will tell you, I let them do anything they want to, just keep the structure, because it's very important for a parent to walk in and see what Jimmy's doing. Come on, think about it. When you was in school, did the teacher not have the assignments on the board?
Yeah.
You want to know that.
Yeah.
You know, and I tell my coaches that, just use the board.
The board.
Everybody knows the first thing you do is you come work out, calisthenics, 4 rounds of jump rope.
Jump ropes.
Do your running, 4 rounds of shadow, and then when you come back and you start doing your 6 round, your 12 rounds of either heavy bag, double end bag, speed bag, everything stays the same pretty much. And then you might add sparring here and there. What I did was I had my interval training, so I did my distance, because you got to have those things in there.
Wow.
Because without the conditioning, you ain't going to build a box. No, you're not going to last.
Your top 5, coach.
Huh?
Top 5 boxers, man.
I would say first, Mike Tyson.
Okay. He's actually fighting this weekend.
I know.
Jake Paul.
And
What
he
you
better
got?
not lose, man. He better not lose.
I'm scared for him, though.
Yeah,
'Cause
but I
he's
think it's a money
57.
thing. But I will promise you this: if he does it, it's going to tarnish him.
I know.
Why would you do that to your name? But
I
anyway,
know.
Mike Tyson, get your money how you get it.
Okay.
I would say him. Then I would say Roy Jones.
All right.
I would
Okay.
say Riddick Bowe.
Okay.
And then I'm going to say Sugar Ray Leonard.
Yeah. 4.
And I would say now, I got to give him his props. Even though he kind of fell off. It's a toss-up.
Canelo.
Nah, I'm not even gonna tell him. Canelo, I mean, he's there. I'm gonna say who was real successful. I'm gonna say Mayweather and Andre Ward. Andre Ward went out on top.
I like what Andre Ward is doing
He
right now.
went out on top.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He left out on top. He didn't
Yeah.
lose. He said, I'm gonna go ahead and get out this game now while I'm still young and I got my mind. He's commentating. He don't have to want for anything.
Yeah, and he's helping the kids. I was about to say, it's actually doing what you're doing. It's
Yes.
going to colleges,
back.
giving speeches and all that.
Yes.
So, Coach, before I let you go, where can people get a ticket for the boxing show? And where can they follow your gym for future updates?
They can go to YouTube, Sims Boxing Academy. They can actually go to my Facebook page, Sims Boxing Academy.
Okay.
They can go to She's Paid, Cash App.
Okay.
Or they can get the tickets here at the door.
gate?
Yeah, at the gate.
Okay.
So, and the address is 8515 Northeast 25th Street, Spencer, Oklahoma 73084. Telephone number is 405-537-7307.
Coach, it's been a pleasure, man.
Oh man, likewise.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for following up with me on this story. Thank you.
Thank you.